Theory: pureblood elitism partially grew in response to Morgana Le Fay. Arthurian legend is very real within the lore of Harry Potter. Merlin existed and was renowned as one of the greatest wizards to have ever lived, if not the greatest. King Arthur and the Knights of the Round Table were also historical figures within the wizarding world, with the addition of Sir Cadogan, who was the only wizard amongst the Muggle knights. Morgana Le Fay is one particularly interesting character. In Harry Potter, she was a dark witch, perhaps the most notorious and powerful in history, who terrorized Britain during the medieval era. She was the arch-nemesis of Merlin and Arthur, who she fought against frequently. She was also queen of the Kingdom of Avalon. This aligns well with the later depictions of Morgana in real-world literature, where she was often seen as a traitorous and chaotic sorceress, who could be either good or evil. One interesting detail about Morgana is that she was the half-sister of Arthur Pendragon, her primary adversary, other than Merlin. The curious thing about this is that there is no indication whatsoever that Arthur was a wizard within the lore of Harry Potter. Certainly, I do not believe that he was one in real-life mythology, which we know to be mostly fairly accurate, at least in this area when it comes to HP. This leads me to my theory. Without any indication that Arthur was a wizard of any sort within HP, remember that this all took place in a time when Muggles and magic coexisted. We can safely assume that he was most likely a Muggle. This would make Morgana, as his half-sister, either a half-blood or a Muggle-born. Even if that were not the case, she ruled over many non-magical people and, I believe, had non-magical servants in legend. So you have a particularly volatile time in wizarding history. Muggles were slaughtering both one another and vulnerable magicals with their crusades, inquisitions, and witch hunts. Some wizards and witches were turning traitor and handing over their own, and a dark witch was causing chaos throughout Britain and Ireland. A dark witch who may well have either been Muggle-born or at least half-blood. All the while, Slytherin is spreading pure-blood supremacy amongst his students, scaring them with tales of the dangers that the impure could pose to their race. I think that, if I'm right in believing that Morgana wasn't pure-blood, her crimes likely helped inadvertently enforce pure-blood elitism. What do you think? Comment below.